Scoring in the red zone can be extremely tough in Madden 25, and this is where games are truly won and lost. So in today's video, I'm going to break down my two favorite glitch route combos to get easy touchdowns in the red zone every time. So in Madden, we really refer to the red zone as once we get inside our opponent's 10. Because in real life, the red zone starts at the 20, but in Madden, you can still run your normal offense between the 10 and 20. However, once you're inside the 10, it's a lot different. You can't really run the ball this year at all unless you're literally on the 1 yard line, maybe on the goal line, and it's extremely hard to pass between the 3, 4, 5 yard line to the 10 because most smart defensive players, they're going to start cheating. They're not going to have any deep zones on the field. They're going to use defenses like this with a lot of flat and hook zones. This allows them to zone drop their curl flats versus actual flats and their hook zones as well to really take away your best route combos. So let me show you two glitch route combos to kill this. So we're going to look at the play HB angle from the gun trip side and flex because it has two very unique routes that I'm going to show you how you can use to beat every defense in the game for easy touchdowns. And if you want more content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop me a like and comment on the video. The first is the route to Julio Jones. Now you guys can see here, this almost looks like an out route, but it's not. If you move the ball back to say the 20 or really anywhere else on the field, not inside the 10, you can see this is actually just like a streak route, but it's angled. And because it's angled, once we take the ball deep inside the red zone, say at like the 4, 5, 10, you know, whatever, somewhere inside the 10, you're going to notice this is now like kind of like a glitchy out route. And what this means is for these guys who just want to come out here and have no deep zones on the field, again, you're going to commonly see this. Most people are just going to have the outside corners and flats to try to take away, you know, the common things people are going to do. You're going to see that because this route is angled to the sideline, all you have to do is wait for it to pass that zone, and it's going to cut to the back of the end zone for an extremely easy touchdown. Let's take a look at how glitchy this route is. If I just had a normal streak here, it would break up, and once it was past the zone by the flat defender right here, if I threw a normal streak, it's just running out of the back of the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. But because this got glitched and it's cutting to the sideline, it's now angled to the sideline, you can see it breaks to the back corner of the end zone, and this is an easy touchdown every time. Now, if you don't have this exact play, that's fine. Just look for a play that has the outside receiver on a glitchy angled streak to the sideline, because once you get deep inside the red zone, kind of where I am right now, if you look at the play art, you'll see that, you know, any route like this is going to turn into this glitchy little just streak with the cut to the sideline in the back of the end zone. Because that cut is what allows you to throw it once it runs by the flat zone, back corner of the end zone, touchdown every time. That is undefendable. And even if you keep the deep zones out of a cover 2, those safeties can never get there. So if they have their corners and flats, which is what 9 out of 10 players do in the red zone, this is a touchdown every time. Okay? So this will kill this type of defense and make them have to put those outside corners in the deep zones, which at that point, we can attack them much easier. Now, the second route I want to focus on is this little glitchy out route to Patterson. Again, this is a unique route because it breaks at such a unique spot of the field. But if you don't have this exact route from this play, you can recreate this by doing an out route and then stemming it up a couple times, most likely 2 to 3 into the back of the end zone. Now, it's just looking strange. Let's see, 1, 2. So kind of like right there is where you want it. You don't want it literally in the back of the end zone. You want it about in the middle, a yard or two before the back of the end zone. But what I'm going to do here is a route combo that will glitch out every zone in the game. Flats, hooks, deep zones. It doesn't matter if you zone drop them or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the slot receiver on a hitch, the outside receiver on a drag. Now, this is best done from any trips formation. So if you have trips tied in flex, whatever. Now, we're going to create another route combo on the backside. We have two different route combos we can use to the running back and tight end, so I'm going to show you both. The first one is going to be motioning the running back out, putting him on a speed out, and then putting the tight end on a whip route, okay? If you're looking to become a better Madden 25 player and win more games, check out sportsgamers.com. This is where I post all my premium content. You get all my offensive and defensive schemes, ebooks, weekly tips, blitzes, money plays, bombs, and more. I have all the best content available at the cheapest prices available anywhere. Sign up today for as little as $9.95. Click the link in the description. I also pinned it in the comments. Let's win more games and dominate together, boys. Alright guys, so we're first going to look to attack the meta cover 2 defense, and then I'll get into other defenses as well. First, I want to focus on the left side of the screen with the 3 receivers. It's important to note to always have your 3 receiver side of the field on the wide side of the field with more space to work with to the sideline. In this case, that's going to be the left, because the left is the wide hash, okay? So let's just take a look at that side of the field first. As you guys can see here, boom, very easy route combo for a touchdown. So how did that work? So guys, this route combo is a glitch because it will glitch deep zones, flats, hook zones, really whatever. You're going to see that this hitch draws this flat zone not only up, but inside. He is no longer even on the sideline. He is running to the hitch. So now the back corner of the end zone is wide open for the easy throw. We have the drag coming over the middle. So if they try to take their user and run to the back corner or switch stick, that drag will be wide open. Now, that is not the only route we can hit against this type of cover 2 defense. When I motion the running back out and put the tight end on a whip route, the tight end is going to be naked. I really like the trip side and flex because you can put the tight end on a whip route really glitchy. So watch the tight end. And you guys can see he's going to break from that hook zone. You can just possession catch that whip route every time. That's super consistent and super money. So now it's like they have to focus on both sides of the field. Otherwise, they're going to get beat whichever side they're not on. You guys can see, bam, you just throw it right as he breaks, possession catch, touchdown. So another defense that's very meta is this cover 4, especially from the 4-3 even. A lot of times if they notice that you're glitching their flat zones, they're going to go to the cover 4 and they're going to try deep zones. Now this route combo will absolutely kill this as well. We're going to do the same thing. So we first motion out the running back and we're going to put him on that out route. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the tight end on the whip, the slot receiver on the hitch, the outside receiver on the drag. Remember guys, if you don't have this exact play, you can recreate this out route from other plays by just doing an out route, hot route, and stemming it up 2 to 3 times. Again, it just depends what exact yard line you are on. So again, you're going to just read this defense. You guys can see here, bam, touchdown. What happens here is the flat is taken away by the out, and then I'm just able to throw to that tight end whip right away. So that time we went to the tight end. Say they take away the tight end, maybe they switch stick over their user, whatever. So this route in the left, it also will just destroy these deep zones, hook zones, it doesn't matter. You're going to see the same thing happen. It's going to actually get underneath the deep zone. If you take a look at the replay, again, the hitch will hold these zones right here. And then the out, it's going to get underneath the deep zone to where that's an easy throw and catch. So another defense you might see them play when they get really desperate is this cover 4, but with the safeties and hooks and then the outside corners and hard flats. This defense will get absolutely cooked by the same route combo. So once again, if we just go ahead and motion this guy out on the out route, whip the tight end, and then we do the hitch drag, you're going to see we can either key on the hitch, out, or the flat whip. So let's just take a look here. You're going to see kind of same thing happens. It gets open right over those zones. Touchdown. Now the last adjustment you need to be aware of that people will do is they'll start manning up that inside receiver, running that kind of like that out, thinking that that's going to help. So you might see that they actually man him up and then they might try to sit on the tight end side. Guys, I can promise you that's not going to even work either because this out route will beat man. If you ever see them start just manning up these guys, all you're going to really, with flats on the sideline, all you're really going to want to do is just go to the first play setup where you have this angled fade. Because remember, if the angled streak will beat any defense where that corner is not in a deep zone. So if you start to see them use flats on the outside and then manning up that receiver on the out route trying to stop that, that's completely fine. Literally just keep the fade on the outside, and then you can motion out the running back with that fade and do the whip out on the other side. But you guys can see here, look, this is going to run right by him, corner, the end zone, touchdown.